see the stream?
Si, signor.
Yes.
Okay, it should be recording.
All right. So first things first. The number one thing I saw that wasn't really working for both teams was you guys didn't have a clear goal of what to do or what your win condition was. Now, if you ever watch pro games or LCS or whatnot, you would always hear the casters talking about this is the team's win condition, this is their win condition, this is not their win condition, and so on and so on. So, what's win condition? Win condition is literally just a goal that your team has to do in order to win the game. An example would be, I have to get this ADC fed, and then that's our win. We have to play around this mid laner, and then we win. We have to play around objectives, and we win. We have to split the entire game, and then we win. That's what win condition is. It's a certain goal that will allow you to win in the game. Now, win condition can be set in the very beginning of the game, for example, during draft, which is why a lot of higher elo people go like, "Oh yeah, we lost it. We lost the game in draft," meaning they got outdrafted, and the teams aren't balanced, and they and no matter how well, if they will play on an equal level, one team is definitely going to win over the other just because of the team composition and such. So, and as the game goes on, the win condition can change as well. It's not always going to be the same. It can, in the very beginning, it might be we have to play around ADC, but then something happens and ADC got behind, and now the win condition is, we got to play around the mid laner, or we got to play around the top laner, or we got to play around the jungler or whatnot, this and that. Or maybe the win condition could be if we kill the enemy ADC, we win, period, kind of thing. So, win condition can change, and you guys have to be able to identify that as a team, and something like that takes either many years of just playing a lot of games, like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of games, or you can try to figure out just by seeing what counters and what synergies in teams you have. Now, there's a very, very easy way that can roughly estimate. If you're not sure how to do it, there's a very easy way that we can identify how a game would even start in the beginning before we even get into the game, and what the win conditions or what each team should be striving for in each game, basically goals for each team. So in this case, I want to introduce you guys to something about something called champion archetypes. Absol should have already heard this from me, but this is not something I came up with. It's just something I heard from other coaches as well. And it's a very easy way for someone new to the game or someone who's in a lower elo or doesn't understand team compositions as well to understand how they work better. Now, what are these champion archetypes exactly? We have how many different types? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different types of champions. Okay. So just going off of let's color code all this stuff, because color code is easier to figure things out. We have the early game champions. The first archetype we have is the early game champions. So we're gonna write that out early. The second archetype that we have is the late game champions. The third type we have called control champions. Then we have team champions. Then we have conditional champions. That's very similar color. Just another one. Conditional champion. And then we have what we call that's not a good color. Sacrificial. I know what I said. Please don't quote me.
Not gonna lie. Not a good color is my favorite archetype of champion.
I didn't realize
Okay.
that.
And the last one, don't question me on my spelling either. I didn't pass English. Okay.
Relatable.
Yeah, sacrificial champions as the last one. So, I'm trying to remember right now. was that fifth one conditional or not? I think it was something else. Either way, these are the types of archetypes we have, and every single champion falls into either one or multiple one of these archetypes. Okay. So going by this, let's go ahead and start labeling each champion and what we think it is. Before we get started, I guess I should explain what each one is. Early is obviously the champions who have a really good early. So we're talking about like champions like I don't know, Lee Sin,
Isn't one of them
or anything else that is super early. Late champions like Cassiopeia, late champions like Anivia, late champions like Nasus, control champions like Anivia, control champions like Orianna, Syndra, those control mages. Team champions, teams who have big giant team abilities, Orianna, Garvin, Kennen, such and such. Then we have the conditional ones, which are sort of just... Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think we have a fifth one. Yeah, let's get rid of that for now. And when the fifth one here is sacrificial, the last one has sacrificial, just meaning that if A doesn't happen, B doesn't happen. If A doesn't happen, B will not happen. Basically, these are champions who have one thing that's really good about them, but if they can't get fed, they're fucked. Or if something doesn't happen for them, they're fucked. Think Yasuo. Think Kha'Zix. Think
Talon.
anything else. Yeah, sure.
So in
kind
other
of.
words, most assassins.
Yeah, assassins.
Most
lot of
assassins, but not
yeah.
necessarily. It could also be yeah, you're right. Yeah, most assassins. Okay, so these are champions that we just we can't really say they have very. It's basically it's a you win or you lose kind of situation. Like it's one or the other. It's very black and white for them. Okay, so and Nasus is one of them too, because if they can't get stacks, then they lose. That's it. So now let's start labeling each team. Now I want you all you guys to try to label these yourself. So let's start with Mordekaiser. What do you guys think? Which of these 5 archetypes do you think that a Mordekaiser falls in?
Sacrificial.
Late and sacrificial.
Okay. Sacrificial, early, and
Late.
Definitely late.
late. Okay.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that Mace do be slapping late game though.
Yep. Anything else, guys?
I think he's sacrificial because if it doesn't go, oh wait, we already did that. He can
Yep.
be part of a team, but I don't.
Yeah, he could be a team with his passive.
I
So
think
like,
more.
are we
I think
labeling
more.
like,
It's control.
He's gonna be popped if he's not.
Yeah, I would say control because he could take someone out of the fight.
Right? You can entirely remove someone from the game,
That's true. That's true.
straight up. Okay. So
okay?
and
So
also
we're
because
we're
overall
labeling
he has a
Lord
lot of AOE damage, and so you can honestly control how, example for his E, can control how the enemy positions themselves around this Mordekaiser. If there's anything that affects enemy position, it would be Mordekaiser, and it would be a control champion. Okay, team. I wouldn't say too much team because the second goes into his realm. What team? All right. All right. Let's do Vi now. What do you guys think?
Control.
Early and sacrificial are my 2 picks.
Control?
Sacrificial, not really. She could still be useful, even. If she doesn't.
personally, for me, anytime I played VOD,
Team.
the late me.
Late? Not really. Not really.
I think she's early.
Yeah, definitely early. Definitely early. And one more.
Really?
Team?
Team.
Yeah.
Big team.
Alright, let's keep going. Cassiopeia.
Late.
Team.
Late.
Team and control.
Team. Control.
Sacrificial.
Late. Okay, why would you think sacrificial?
Well, from that game I just played, I wasn't able to get kills early on, and because of that, my late game scaling was like really hard, really bad. I wasn't able to do much at all.
I think that just falls on you as a player.
Well, that probably happens too.
Yeah. I wouldn't
honest-
say sacrificial because it's not like it's like you're completely out of the game. You're still able to do stuff like control the team using your W.
Your ulti.
Use your ulti is huge, right? So you're still in it for late. So I wouldn't say it's sacrificial. It's not like
I think
it's a one and done kind of situation like Mordekaiser.
Okay.
All
I
right.
just think
Anything else, guys?
yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go Tristana.
Late.
She's late.
Late. Okay.
Maybe even early, depending on her.
Nah,
Definitely
Ruby
late.
isn't early.
No, she's good late.
Yeah, definitely good late. What
But
else?
E can
Some
make her
control.
team.
Control.
Some control with her ult.
Yeah, she does have control. That is true. Yeah.
I
Mm,
think she's. I mean, if you're.
I
gonna
wouldn't say so.
classify her- If
Then team.
I'll definitely say team. Yeah.
if you were to classify her as control, the only way you could do that is being able to knock down towers fast.
Actually, team. I wouldn't even say so. To be honest. Yeah. Not very. Yeah. Not really. Very situational, actually.
She is sacrificial.
I mean, yeah, she's sacrificial. Most AD carries would
If
be,
you're
right?
playing an 80 carry as sacrificial, you're playing them wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
That's
so.
probably true.
Honestly.
That's probably true.
In fact, I think he's early as well. To be honest.
Like I've seen
Oh.
multiple ADCs come back from like a 5 and 17 feed
Yeah.
streak just because they got an
Yeah.
item.
Okay. Cool. Anything else?
No, I think that's about it.
Looks good.
That's
All right. Let's go Lulu now.
Team.
She's team.
Team. Definitely.
Control.
Team. What else?
Control.
Control. Okay.
Sacrificial.
No, don't give sacrificial out that like that.
She's
No, not
early.
necessarily, because even if she's behind, all she has to do is someone at the right time, and it's a full team knockup.
Yeah.
And then definitely late. And then early because she's useful throughout.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now we're done with this side. Let's move on to the other side. Nasus.
Late.
Late and
Late.
Definitely
sacrificial.
late. And sacrificial.
And I
Yeah.
guess
Sacrificial.
technically control.
Well, his E, but
Not really.
Not
Yeah.
really.
really.
Not
No,
really.
I wouldn't say it.
It's
Mm-mm.
very soft control. At that point.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Next. Jarvan.
I would
Early.
say team.
Team.
Early.
Team.
Team. Yep.
Control.
Control.
Control. Yep. What else?
Early control team.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. You guys happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Next.
late.
Late control team.
Team.
Team. Control. Okay. What was that one you said?
Late too.
Late.
Late.
Yeah, it's just.
Well, Ori also has one of the strongest like early game poke potential.
Yeah. Okay.
I would
Good.
also label her as early.
All right. Kaisa.
Late.
Late.
Definitely late. Yeah.
Late team.
Team.
Team. Definitely very much team. What else?
That's it.
I'd say
wouldn't call it early.
potentially sacrificial.
Yeah, because if she doesn't have
Well,
damage.
yeah, with her ult
No.
to a certain
No.
extent.
No, not really. Anything else? We happy with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is happening?
Alistair?
Team.
Team.
I would
Team
say late
control.
Late. Good. Why did you say late?
because of his armor. Magic
Yes.
resisting
Okay,
it.
good. Most
He
people
do
miss
be
that.
kind of chonk though.
Yeah, that's good. Most people miss that. Early as well, right? Team, of
Mhm.
course. Control as well.
Sacrificial with his most of his.
No, not really. No.
Well, no, because even if you don't really have any items,
You don't have
my
items. You
ult,
can still
remove
knock. You can
disabled.
still. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yeah, like it just with my
DC
ult,
champions
I like
mostly are,
double
yeah.
my
It's like saying Malphite is sacrificial, but no, he's just alt. He has one job. Alright. Okay.
To be a
now we
rock.
have all this tallied up. Let's count how many are on each side. All right. So, we've got how many earlies on this side? On the left side. 1, 2,
4.
3, 4. How many late? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many control? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many team? 1, 2, 3. How many sacrificial? 1. This side we got how many lates? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lates. Oops, 4 lates. 1, 2, 3. 3 earlies. How many control? 1, 2, 3 controls. How many team? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 team, and how many sacrificial? 1. All right, cool. Now looking at these numbers, what does it tell you already?
That
Our
left
team
side has
fight
more
is
control, but the right side's team
Chaos,
team fight is
Chaos
better.
should have been playing for
Mhm.
early, while
Mhm.
Order should have been playing for later.
Yeah, blue
Yep.
side should be playing for early, while red side should be playing for late.
Red side should have been playing for team fights later on.
Red side should be playing for team fights more, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And
Which
then,
was- yeah, we were.
and then what about and then what about blue side? They should
They should have
avoid
tried to
Probably-
end the game
They should
early
be
and
splitting.
early and avoid
Avoid
team
team
fights. All right.
And if it did progress into late game, I'm guessing try and split and get them to come apart. That way they not.
Yep, because
that way
then
they're not
because
fighting as a
their
team.
red team is the strongest when they are
Together.
team, right? Okay, and you have a lot of control, meaning during fights you can dictate how fast it goes, right? You can dictate when to go in and when not to engage, right? Because you have the Vi, you have the Lulu, right? Whereas for the red side, they don't have as much as that decision to engage or disengage if the blue side decides that they want in, right? But at the same time, the red side will always be looking for those team. So now that we acknowledge that the red side is better in team fights, what do you think the red side's goal is?
Team fight.
Team fight. Now, how would they initiate all these team fights? What do they do?
They have Ali.
Alistar.
Alan
Alright.
and Jarvan.
That's what
But then, what would they do throughout
That
the
is
game?
what objectives are for.
Objectives, right? So they'd be looking
Yeah,
around
force them.
for objectives, forcing objectives, always, right? And that's what you want. You want to force objectives on red side. You guys won because you were forcing objectives. You were playing as a team. You guys were splitting, and that's why you guys won. Blue side, what do you guys want to do instead?
Split. Take towers.
Split, take towers, catch people out because they're only strong as a team. They're totally weak by themselves, right? If you can catch any of them out, they're dead. They're fucked. That's it, right? You put the one of the top laners out of the game. That's 4v5, just like that. And for the first part of the game, that's what Mordekaiser was doing to the Nasus. He's just completely out of the game. In order to beat Nasus, you have to beat him. You can't just go even with him because if you go even with him, you'll lose. Okay. That's just how it is. So. Now we got that cleared and out of the way. This is something I would try to encourage you guys. Like we did this over like 10-15 minutes, but this is something I just encourage you guys to figure out how to do in like a minute or two, just during loading screen, just so you guys can all know prior to when the game starts what is our win condition, and you guys just said it yourself. Win condition for red side is we got a team fight, and win condition for blue side is we got to catch people out, we got to split push and win like that instead, right? So using that going forward, let's see if you guys either did that or didn't do it, and if you guys did do it, why it worked. We now know why it works and why it didn't work, right? So you see, a lot can be said just in the very beginning of the game, even before I hit the first minute or whatever in the start, right? So let's actually start watching the replay now.
Woo!
If I have background noise, let me know.
You don't have any, you're good.
Okay, so first things first, when you guys start off here, this is like what blue side has done is perfect. I guess because I talked about this yesterday. Almost perfect. Lulu should be a bit up for it more. But this is what we call a standard like anti-invade positioning, right? We have the top laner here, mid laner here, jungle here, either the ADC or support here, and then either the down here. Now, the reason why the jungler is in the middle here is so then you guys don't know where he's going to start. Okay. And when you guys do this running up to the mid lane like this, make sure you run all the way to the center, or at least make sure you get there, try to get there before enemy team, because they can invade from the mid lane and you won't be able to see that coming if you don't do that. So make sure you do that. On the red side, you guys are a bit, confused.
No, we're just late getting to it.
Right. All right. Alistair is probably texting or tapping
No,
out or something.
no.
Yeah,
right?
probably.
No.
Nah, he probably was.
No?
I would have died
No.
it. Probably ringing his
Okay,
countdown
look,
base.
my small primitive cow brain cannot handle moving fast,
Mhm.
but I will admit had this good early game.
But yeah, I like this. This is good. So that's the first thing. everyone has to position out, and you guys know what to do. In the very beginning, not many people know how to do this.
As you can see, bot side though, Alistar is really
Yeah, just whacking away.
Before you got here, I made an emphasis on 5-pointing. I was on a team previously, so I kind of knew that. So me and Mew talked to everybody about it.
All right.
Some of
Well,
the people
first of all, you already just saw just from that which way he was walking. You guys don't walk like that. You obviously you're starting at blue. Obviously you're starting at red, right?
well, I mean, because if I was red, I would die.
Yeah. So you should like they should be walking all the way back out of vision and then go into your buffs, not through one of these, because obviously, unless you want to like 500 IQ them and then walk around, but yeah, that's not ideal. All right, cool. So I'm not going to talk too much about the individual. Which jungler is here right now?
Red.
Red. Okay.
J4.
I'm going to talk about you then.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, that's good.
All right. So you had a rough
Mark got
early
it.
game.
Yeah, I'm
Agreed.
early very shit. I'm not really
Right.
that experienced.
Very rough early game. Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened? Tell me.
I'm not like that experienced on J4, so like I don't know his clear that well. And I think I was too focused on like trying to help everyone in CS.
Okay. So cool. Do you play other junglers though?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, right now I'm playing Volibear, Elise, Olaf. And I played
Olaf is good. Okay. Well, most jungle champions, not saying they're like completely the same, but they're very similar in terms of their what they do and such. And would you agree that if you were playing any other jungler, you wouldn't have done what you did early game?
Honestly, probably, yeah.
You seem very confused with what your path was. Did you have a
Yeah.
plan of what path you were taking? Did you have a plan of
Nah.
which lane you wanted to gank first?
Well, I was gonna focus on getting either Kai'Sa or Orianna fed.
Okay. Why do you choose those two lanes?
Because those could be the carries.
Okay. Any other reasons?
If Orianna's fed when we do team fights, it's a lot easier with her ult.
All right.
Yeah,
So you're thinking
Kai'Sa's
too much
fine.
about like what your team can offer you, but you also got to think about what you're doing to the enemy team as well, right?
Yeah.
If you're ganking middle and bot lane a lot, you also have to be thinking, oh, I'm gonna be shutting down this Cassiopeia and this Tristana down a lot too, right? You gotta think about, oh, who has this and that. Now you wouldn't gank top because Nasus is depending on conditional, like how pushed up is the Mordekaiser, but
Yeah.
most of the time you wouldn't be ganking top because Nasus is not that great early, and even if you do go up top, it's a 1v1 technically with you and
Yeah.
Mordekaiser. Right. So in general, besides mid and bot, which of the two would you think you want to go first?
Probably bot.
Probably bot. Why is that? Besides
Better
the reason you told
engaged than them.
Better
They have
engaged.
an
Okay, so that's what I'm
Alistar.
looking for, right?
Yeah.
Because you guys have the Alistar, because you guys have the Alistar and your flag and drag, you guys have a lot better engage than say the mid laner who doesn't really have any CC. Right now, the one thing you might say that you wouldn't go for bot lane is because they have Lulu and they have really good disengage as well, right?
Yeah.
So I guess you can argue for that too. But overall, I do also think bot lane is the better way to go. Then in that case, what kind of jungle path would you go to get that gank bot lane?
Probably
Because why would
blue.
you start blue then?
Yeah, I'd have to start
Or if
red.
you did start blue, how
I
would
would-
you do it instead?
If I started blue, I'd probably do blue, wolves, then Gromp, then rotate down, and then
I would do blue, Gromp, then wolves into
because of level
yeah.
2 because you have your Q.
Yes. All right. Now, not only that, but you'll be level 3 actually. After that, I believe. Yeah. Blue, Gromp, wolves, and you'll be level 3. Level 3, and then you go into. Then you can go for the gank. Okay. And also that way it's just faster, just because of how the jungle camps are positioned as well.
Yeah.
Right. As you're doing your jungle path, I can see that just right here, right off the bat. Sure, you're not familiar with Jarvan, but like, it's just auto attacks. It's just like Olaf, right?
Yeah.
You should be kiting your way back towards your next camp, right? And I don't see you doing that, right? You sort of just sit there, right? So you're even kiting over this away, right? Like you should be dragging the golem towards your Cromp, and you shouldn't be auto attacking and kiting once. Auto attacking and kiting once, because auto attacking kiting once, that's the same thing as just standing still on autoing. Right?
Okay.
So instead, what you want to be doing is auto 3 times, kite once, auto 3 times, kite once. That way, the buff only has enough attack speed to get you twice, whereas you can get it 3 times, and that will make it so you save some of your health there. And
Okay.
also, as you kiting back, you get to kite towards Gromp. You can drop your flag early and get the Gromp to come to you instead, and save that valuable time in walking towards it. Because in the jungle, when it comes to these clears, it's these valuable seconds that will change how fast you go through the jungle.
Yeah.
Right. So just something to optimize on. Right. Like flagging and dragging there, like sure it gets you to it, but if you did it the other way around, have it come to you, it would be much better.
hmm
All right. And the same thing again. You're doing that same auto once, then to go auto once and go, and you could have saved that highlight and drag to get into the wolf faster as well.
Yeah.
Right. So just it's very specific. Maybe like I know you haven't played Jarvan much, but like something to think about, right? And this
Yeah.
goes for any first time junglers you play. Just think about how you can utilize their abilities to get around faster. Right. And again, you're not kiting towards your next camp, which would be over there, right? Unless you actually going to gank bot, right? In which case,
can't
you
the
your
big
bot lane.
wolf?
Yeah, right.
Can't the big wolf go all the way to mid lane without resetting?
Pretty much, almost,
Okay.
depending on how fast you take it, right? Or how you take it, pretty much. So work your way over, right? Work your way over. And if you're doing the clear to wolves to raptors, you can even jump over to raptors from here, like this, pathing like this instead of pathing like that, much
Yeah.
faster, right? So you can do that instead. But again, you're walking away from your next camp, which is valuable seconds wasted, and your health bar not being as healthy because you're doing the auto once, then moving, auto once, then moving, auto once, then moving.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what you do here next, I don't even know what's going on. Like, what made you do this? What was this?
I pretty sure I was going to ward right here for Scuttle because the jungler previously is known for like getting the Scuttles, and I saw him, and I was talking if we were gonna come and go down.
Right.
And then I knew like my red's up, and he was thinking of invading, so I was gonna wait. We
Right.
were gonna collapse.
Right. So did you let your Orianna know?
Mhm.
Okay.
I think it would be.
And
much
your Orianna
more-
wasn't here, and you
No,
did that.
if you watch my pathing, look if you rewind
Yep.
and look at my pathing. Before this,
Sorry.
I'm talking about when we first spotted Vision. I'm immediately reacting to the fact that she's there. And if you're in comms, you would hear this. I start playing on this left side, and I say, "Okay, are you going in? What are we doing? I'm
Yeah.
here. I'm ready as soon as we see her."
That's cool. That's cool. Okay. That's good. However, here's the thing. You already saw the vibe pathing like this. She's not gonna path through here, or
Mhm.
if she did, then you could have just waited. You didn't have to flag and drag immediately. Because if you flag and drag immediately, she still has a way to get out using her Q. Right?
Yeah.
But if you just waited on and waited for her to try to escape, and then flag and drag, then now she actually can't get away, right? But also at the same time, she was going to go for your red anyways, or she's going to go for your raptors. Let her come into you more, and then you guys can have a better, more time to kill her, right?
Yeah.
So this was you just being impatient, really, and you guys could have definitely gotten this kill. All right. Another thing is that this shouldn't happen where she arrives here earlier than you. You should have cleared fast enough to get to the red anyways.
Yeah.
And that just came from your inefficiencies from before. Okay. So what I recommend actually is just like go into custom games and just go like practice tool and just start trying to go clears. Look at your timer. Look at a pro. Do like search on YouTube like Jarvan Ford jungle clear or whatever. Follow a pro clear, couple clears. This clear, 1 clear, 2 clears, 3 clears, like 3 different types of clears. Whether if it's a full clear, a half clear, or a 2 like half like whatever clear, whatever kind of clear they have, and just see if you can match their timings, right? And see how they do it, right? Because if you can match it to how they do it, this is like a very simple way you can do it yourself. It's kind of like CS practice for the jungler, but then not, right? So you just wasted a bunch of time. And if I knew you were gonna if I saw like you had only your blue buff, which I don't know if she did, but she would know that you don't have your blue buff. I mean, you don't have your red. She just go in and just destroy you here.
Yeah.
Very, very easily. Especially because, you know, her Mordekaiser is and her Cassiopeia is pretty much pushed up by now and has a lot more lane priority. Do you know what lane priority is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those who don't know who lane priority is, it's basically just whoever's pushed up more, right? Because right now, the Cassiopeia has lane priority because she has more minions and it's pushing. It's going to be pushing towards the Orianna. Let's take a top lane. Right now, looks like the Mordekaiser is more pushed up and he's about to kill these minions as well. So he has lane priority. All right. Then we have a look at bot lane. It's actually pretty okay. Even I'll say a little bit more towards the blue side. Going that way though. Okay, so they also have the lane priority. It's just who has lane priority and what, and that decides whether you should invade or not. And that's why the Vi actually tried to invade because she had two lanes that were pushing up pretty far. So she was okay with going up like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about too much. In the end, it's just an early game thing. Okay. Let's talk about mid lane. So we talked about champion architects and such. Now same thing applies in the mid lane. What do you guys think each other's goal would be in this lane? Orianna, what do you think your goal is
I'll
here?
tell you my goal. My goal is to push in and try to influence the other lanes that have a better early game than I.
So you want to roam, basically?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
And I don't want to lose. I want to go even.
Okay, what's your plan level 1, 2, and 3?
My level 1 plan is, if you watch, I want to push all the minions, harass at level 1, get an earlier level 2, and use that advantage to then roam.
Okay.
So that was my plan going in.
And then level 3?
At level 3 is just the same thing, harass until 6, and then at 6 it's either a gank or by then an objective or a roam.
Cool. All right. And then what about you, Cassiopeia? What is your plan? Cass? Is she here?
No, he's not. She's not here.
He apparently left. I don't know where he went.
Okay. Okay, so Cassiopeia's plan literally just to farm up and try to avoid trying to get influence like that, right? Like he needs to make sure that you don't push in that like too far. He needs either that or he wants either that or he may let you push in, farm a tower, and then have the jungler come. So you gotta be aware of that, right? Because in Cassiopeia's case, she just wants to farm. She doesn't really looking for you to push into hard. You have obviously the superior wave clear, so that means you actually control Orianna. You control this lane more than her at the moment. Okay.
Cassiopeia looks for trades though.
Doesn't that also come into play with the fact that Ori is an early champion compared to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Cassiopeia can be dangerous because as soon as she realizes your spells are down, she looks to trade.
Yes, and that's what I get to is playing around cooldowns. Yeah. And also just the fact of minion waves. So
And I don't.
now you're so you're doing what you intended to do. That's good. Just pushing the wave. You're not doing it fully. Like keep pushing this. Like I don't know why you're stopping here.
Oh,
Just
I
keep
wanted to keep it here. I didn't want to push too far because I was afraid of like an early game. So
Okay.
I wanted to have the prio and push
Right.
it, but I also wanted to be relatively
Right.
safe.
Okay. Well, okay. So this minion is about to die here. You should be positioning yourself further up so that level 2, and you get to use it immediately, but you didn't. Right. See right there. You had that minion coming down to right here. So that minion right here, that's your level 2, right? You're positioned all the way back here. How are you able to influence her if you're all the way back here, right? So you have to be walking all the way up, getting that level 2, and then instantly popping it and then killing her if you want to take advantage of your level 2 your power spiked, right? Or your level 2, early level 2. But then you didn't. You sort of still just stayed in the back there, and now you're level 2, and then she's level 2, and then you can't do anything. Now she can trade back, right? And you just basically wasted all that pushing in the early game right there in the very level 1.
Just
Alright.
because I'm recording this, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I do want
Yep.
to mention for Neptune, because he isn't here, I'm going to send it to him.
Okay.
I don't want him running Conqueror on Cassiopeia right now.
Right, that's another thing I was thinking. Why the fuck was he taking Conqueror? You should be taking what is it called?
Phase rush.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also Orianna. You seem to play very aggressively. Why are you taking Airy? Take Electrocute.
Yeah,
Have you ever taken Electrocute before?
Yeah, I used to. I
Yeah.
usually always play Electrocute, but that's the OPGG thing. So I just
No, don't follow OPGG. Do Electrocute. You're an aggressive player. Play with Electrocute. You would have gotten so many more kills and so much more poke out of this. What are you doing here? Okay.
It's a cheeky word because I get a lot of ganks off of that. I mean,
Okay.
like invades off of that, and I don't lose
So-
anything because I pushed it up.
All right, that's fine. Yeah. All right.
And I like to keep track of the jungle because I'm playing such a short
No,
lane.
that's
like I
good.
did.
Keeping the jungle is very good. This is what you're supposed to be doing.
Okay, here I'm looking for
Yeah.
the buy.
So you're looking, but then you're making it very obvious that you're looking, right? So
Well, to be honest, I want her to fuck off. Jungle.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want to take
I
the fight
see.
because we
Okay.
can't really win it.
But you get that double buff if you do win because you have Ignite as well. And if you had Electrocute, you would have smacked her. And early game, Jarvan has a lot more damage than Devi as well. Okay, and they're both even level. You get there first before the Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia has a lot to deal with over here. If you get a kill, double bust, don't you think that's worth the risk
oh,
and
for
worth
sure.
the commitment, right?
For sure.
That, and it
Sure.
also helps that when it comes, since Jarvan deals more damage in
Exactly.
a 1v1,
Yeah.
and he also got the first hits on Vi.
Exactly. So you should have been up. You should have got hauled your ass up there way sooner there. All right, and definitely got to that first kill right there. Okay. But then instead, you just wasted a bunch of time like that, and it just gave up a kill. And same with the Jarvan as well, just like waiting for that earlier when I said waiting for that
Yeah.
stuff. And now Cass is a wave pushing into you, which she can use to push you off, right? Because she can trade now into you. Right. And Cassiopeia here, like when she gets the wave pushing like this, she doesn't want to stop it here because now if you stop it here, then Orianna right here can just freeze it, and she has so much more more power with that ball to zone you out. If you want to push it in like that, push it all the way and look for trade, especially after Orianna was doing stuff like that, right? Like I know I don't know why you're going down here. Are you trying to ward? What are you trying to do? Ward, yeah, okay. Cool, but like you knew Jarvan was like top, so kind of a waste of time. You just gave up all that pressure you had, and also lost a shit ton of minions because so many more minions were hitting his minions than they were yours. So now Orianna has a CS lead as well, right? And he just freezes here, and you can't do anything. You can't walk up, can't do anything. Orianna just has to throw out your ball, and that's it.
Here I'm just trying to help provide
Yeah.
support. Not really looking for an engage.
Okay, so right now, you have a wave building up as well because you're building it up onto their siege minion, meaning that you're looking to now you have a slow pushed up, and you're looking to crash this wave in, right? So what you should be doing now is trying to get this in faster, right? You have the bigger minion wave. You're allowed to go for those trades against the Cassiopeia because you have your minions to back you up. So you shouldn't be afraid of going up and just hitting her right now, hitting her and using your abilities. But instead, you're just letting her farm for free like this, right? You should be pushing up much more like this, more, right? Hitting, using your abilities to push it all the way up. Because if you shove all this under her tower, she can't properly farm this under tower, or she's gonna have a really hard time doing so and put you even further ahead, right? Look, she's losing all these minions. Look at that. Another one. All lost. Done. That's it. Look at that. CS lead 10. Could have been more, right? 10 CS lead is like a full minion wave, right?
I get in trouble here though.
Okay, so that's why I'm saying you gotta do it earlier. You gotta do it faster. Once you get it faster, push it all the way in, back off, right? Once you get that, also when you get that in, right? Once you get that in as well, you can go ahead and just ward as well, where you need to ward, right? Now I know Vi went around like this, which is actually very, very good of her. She should be doing that. In which case you have to be warding around the pixel brushes. So this one here, all right, depending on where you think the Vi is. Now we'll talk about where like jungle tracking is later, but like get the words out first, right? When you have that kind of slow push up, you have to go ahead and just back off, go ward, or do something and whatnot. Now, and because of that mistake, you cost you a flash, and you probably you're forced to. No, you're not forced to back. You're just gonna stay. Yeah. But now you have to play a lot more safer now because you have no flash, and Vi will come for a regank, and you have no more escape tools after that.
So, like, if you were the Vi and you ganked there and you saw that she wasted her flash, I'm guessing that would be a good cue to be going back to that and trying to
regank as many times as you can in the next. That's it.
Yeah, take advantage.
Cap the shit. Build a tank.
There was a saying I kept saying in the game. I don't remember it right now, but every time we'd get a flash, we'd say, "Get a flash." That's good. And I would say it's only good if we use it or something like that. So I was telling my jungler that.
Exactly. Yeah. So junglers, you should be always asking before you get the lane. Sums. Just say sums, and then your laner should be able to say, "This guy knows sum. This guy knows sum. Or this guy no flash. This guy no heal. This guy no whatever." Right? And then as a jungler, you can make an informed decision: do I want to keep going with this gank or not? Right? I do want to go with jungle gank paths. I want to go over that too, but for now, let's just go with this. Okay. Yeah. All right, we're hitting level 6 almost here, and you guys still haven't like traded at all. You guys didn't trade at all. Like, what if your health bars is still full? It's like, what's going on? You guys should be trading. Don't be so scared. Like, I don't get it. All right.
Yeah, I'm definitely afraid in this match. I don't play against many casters, and I'm not running electrocute. I don't have a flash, and I don't want to.
Yeah, but earlier on, there should have been more poking going on, but just didn't. It's not happening, and you spend most of your mana on the wave management, which is good. You're ahead in CS, but it would have been better if you also at the same time were poking out. Yeah, Cassiopeia reached her level 6 now, and now you're kind of in the Cassiopeia, like she should have been forcing that 6 up into your face and trying to get you to either back off or get you killed or something like that, or letting you push into her. So then Vi can come for a regank. So it's just not happening. It just seems very passive the entire time in this mid lane. It should have been a lot more interesting. Okay. You go for back here, right? Okay. I personally wouldn't, because Cassiopeia can very much just go ahead and just push in as hard as she can, and you lose a lot of minions because of it. And in which case, if your laner goes back and you can't see her anymore, you generally want to go up and check if they're recalling. If they are, stop it, right? This is gonna waste a lot of time for them. Okay. In general, the rule is when you back, you want to back when you have a siege minion wave coming up. So that's every 3 waves in the early game and every other wave in the mid game. Past some time, I forget, but yeah. Okay.
Pretty sure it's
and the reason why it's because the siege minion can take many more hits on the terror than the melee minion and such. So that means by the time you come back to the lane, even if the enemy enemy laner was pushing like as hard as they could in general in early game, they won't be able to push in hard enough so that you'll lose also your siege minion. And by the time you come back, you should be able to pick up your siege minion, 2 more melees, and then 3 range. Okay. In which case here, you lose a bunch of these minions here. And now Cassiopeia is backing, in which case this is a really good opportunity for you to freeze right here. No, you shouldn't be pushing now. You should have been freezing, right? Because then Cassiopeia loses all 5 of these minions, and you denied her even more CS. But now, because you gotta count your minions, right? Count your minions. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's so much more than 5. Why are you pushing, right? She's definitely gonna back to try and match your back, because now she knows you backed, and now you just literally giving her these minions. These are 4 minions that survive because you let it survive, and you know what? They're probably gonna die here anyways. But now the wave is on her side, and she can do what she wants with it. All right, see that? Now she has the option to do what she wants with it, because now she has the control. You just literally just gave her the control, but then she's not using it to her benefit. She's also just pushing it back. All right. So, yeah. And as you can see, she's actually caught up a lot onto your CS now. Whoa. Oh, okay. I'm not even gonna question that. That's just a misplay. I'm not even gonna question that.
Yeah, the ball should have been on J4.
Yeah, it pops right back once you died.
Yeah, and then I ulted myself like an idiot.
Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
I spammed ping the question mark when I saw that.
Yeah. Good, very good roam from the bot lane. That's very, very good. Yeah. You guys
Wait,
are
which
late,
bot
late
lane?
to, you guys are late. You guys are late to the party. Blue side's late to the party, but red side, yeah, good roam. You guys are late to the party. I don't know if you guys were backed or not, but like that was a very slow response. The fight's already over.
They still had me worried though when they showed up here.
Yeah.
But not gonna lie.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's. This is a good time to transition to talking about the bot lane now. All right, let's talk about the bot lane. I have a lot to say about the bot lane. Okay, just right off the bat, who do you think? Which bot lane do you think wins? Like,
Just
yeah,
based on the
if everyone played
CC.
perfectly, who do you think won?
Kaisa Ali.
Kazi Ali. Okay, cool.
Just based on CC. At
Not
least.
based on CC, but just based on the champions. And if all of you guys played perfectly, you guys are all the same players.
100% Kaisa Ali.
Kaisa Ali. Okay, cool. So because it's Kaisa Ali, how do you guys think? What do you guys think your goal here is?
Well, when we entered the lane, I told them I want to them outer lane as much as I can. And jump on us.
I know
That was-
my main.
That
sorry,
was
go
my ahead. main goal going into the alley pick early, and I know Kaisa's kind of weak early, so I just wanted to poke them out of the lane and get ahead in CS for Triss late game.
Okay, so
That was my personal.
okay, cool.
And
And what about
I-
for blue side?
I knew that Tristana wants to like push into that tower and go ham.
Mhm.
So I was trying as much as I could.
Okay, you know that, right? Okay,
Yeah.
Tristana, was that your goal?
My goal?
Yeah.
No.
No, what was your goal?
My goal was to get to a power spike and try and get an early kill to advance the lead in the lane, because I know
And which kill would that be? Would you be focusing on Kaisa or would you focus on Ali?
be focusing on Kaisa, but there was a
Okay.
couple times that Alistar stepped up and we chunked him down to like half HP. So that's
Right,
what
okay. Okay, so your goal is basically poke them out until you guys can goal in, correct?
Lulu's
But
Yeah, that was my
like
goal.
I was saying, anytime Tristana would come up the farm and I could safely, I would engage on getting that CS.
Cool. Okay, let's see how it goes then.
Don't question. I already know I missed a lot of CS, so.
So straight off the bat, level 2, which one's level 2 is better? Obviously the Ali's, right?
Yes.
So in general, for Tristana and Lulu, you guys are pretty squishy early. You guys don't want to be facing too up, especially once the Ali is gonna get their level 2. When do you guys level 2 in bot lane? Do you guys know?
After the second melee minions.
And we both hit level 2 roughly the same time.
Yeah, okay, so what you should be focusing on Ali's side, the red side, what you guys should be working on is trying to get that level 2 faster so you guys have that level 2 lead,
Yeah.
because your level 2 is so much stronger than their level 2.
Yeah, that
and
was,
you can
that
get
was
them
the
out level
entire
1.
reason.
Yeah, so that's why you guys should be focusing and pushing this more. And as Tristan on the blue side, you want to prevent that from happening. So you want to also try to be even in the XP against them, right?
As well, a tip,
Yeah.
go back 15 seconds before that lane. A tip for them being able to get that level 2 advantage. Kaisa needs to path with Alistar.
Right. Oh wait, yeah, that's another thing. Kaisa, you kind of
At least she did get the first 3 minions.
agree,
You
but-
did get the first 3 minions, but yeah, pathing from the the blue buff down from here instead of from here, much better.
And it's also very dangerous because if we had come that way as well and Alistar was alone, we could have definitely chipped
Yeah,
him
definitely.
and just take control of the lane.
Definitely. So yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, it does matter which way you come to the lane. In fact, I would have even gave Jarvan less help and then came into the lane earlier just because of how much better your level 2 is. Alright, something else to think about.
This is where Lulu had told me, she's like, I'm poking Alistar as much as I can because they look like they're going to get the level 2. So every time he steps up, I'm poking him. That way, I think we get him down to half by the time...
Okay. Alright, so here's the minion right here. This is the money shot right here. This is the minion that'll make you guys level 2. Alright, and you guys should know that too. This is the minion, that's the money shot. And for you guys, this is your level 2. Doesn't really matter as much, but this is the one that you guys gotta look out for. And this is the health bar that's counting down, right?
The downside to the early game is first passive just kind of heals through a good chunk of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is exactly why I'm kind of zoning them off that minion.
Alright, that's good.
Because
The second to hit that, right?
I wanted to get ours first.
Right, so they got the level 2. You guys should have been up and about. You guys, blue side, you guys did it really well. You have prevented them from engaging on you, but red side, you guys have to really be forcing that. Force your way in there. Alright? Even if you as Alistar walk up, Q, and then you hit level 2 as you use the Q, then you can also use W to knock them back into your team. Or into too, right? So just think about different ways you can use that level 2, right? Because right now you just made it even, and you guys just gave up the most crucial thing in your lane, which is your big level 2 power spike. Okay.
Because I saw when he got a kill, it's show.
That was very random. Yeah, that was very random. W.
Quick question: does anybody know who Awesome is
Who?
on Discord?
Yes.
Somebody just added me randomly as.
Like all these WQs, it doesn't look very coordinated. It looks very, very random. When you should be using your W's and Q's is you have to very much coordinate that with your ADC, right?
I mean, like I said, my main thing there is I was just from getting the CS off those minions.
Like the main thing here, when to go in as Alistar, is that you have to make sure that the wave on their side is not that big. Right now,
or else I'll take a lot of fucking minion aggro. Which
right now, these minions are all like these are even right here. Like this is pretty much even. Okay, slightly more to the red side than blue side, but this is pretty much even. There's no reason to go in there. You're gonna take as much damage from the minions as you are gonna take from the champions. So Alistar going in like that just doesn't make sense. Okay, it seems very random, and you just kill your mana as well. So going in just seems very random to me there. Like you might see an opportunity, but it's not. Right? What did that achieve? It's nothing. You just lose health bar.
Sorry, pushing the button.
Instead, you should be looking to help clear the wave slowly, or clear the wave more, and then try to go in, or helping, or have your Kai'Sa, or using the threat that you might go in as a way to zone them off minions. Right? And you can see that while you're doing your farming. So, for example, right here, this minion's about to die. Tristana wants to go for that minion. You guys can step up, or your ADC, you guys can step up and try to hit her and trade back, right? Same with Tristana. You guys see this minion coming down. You guys, Lulu especially, you have a lot more poke in this lane. You can try to Q into the Kai'Sa, right? So all these little intricacies you guys should be seeing while you're doing your laning in order to get your poke off. Always try to weave in those autos onto the enemy champion, because after a couple autos onto each other, like they will eventually build up into huge health pool leads, right? And since both of these comps here are very much all in types, you guys want to keep health bars in check a lot more than ever. All right. Like right there, that's again same thing. So many more minions. You took a lot of damage from the minions, and also on top of that, it doesn't look like your Kai'Sa was ready. Seems very uncoordinated. And now you guys are either forced to back, and if you guys do stay, you are allowing them to all in you at level 3, no problem. In fact, now they have a slow push going, so that means if you guys do back here, they'll let you back, slow push this into you, and you're gonna lose all these minions. Yeah. And now she'll get now Tristana will get the CS lead. She does, and she should make sure this push all the way in. If you're gonna do that, push all the way in. I know you guys are responding to this, but okay, that's fine. Yeah, you should be pushing this all the way in. It's not all the way in, so you're not making this effort worthwhile.
I even called it out. I said I missed 2 CS for that, but it's
exactly.
I could have went alone.
Yeah, and now just like that, look at that. Now you just literally handed over your CS. Here, Kai'Sa, I saved it for you. Don't worry about it.
Hey, here's my wallet, Kai'Sa.
There you go. Yeah, this is literally what it looks like. You just did right there. I mean, like, it's good. That's good map awareness going over to help your laner, but as an ADC, you gotta be a bit more greedy, right? Right?
Yeah.
Be like, fuck my team. I'm gonna have this farm. I'm gonna make sure this Kai'Sa gets set back. But instead, yeah, this happens. And see also how that consequence made you guys vulnerable to a gank. If that was pushed all the way in, and these minions will already be dead, and these minions over here would be pushed into you, and the lane would have been right here, or even just right here, right? Because you guys are all the way here, and you guys are trying to push in the wave more, and the Kai'Sa can simply just freeze it in front of her tower. You guys are so much more vulnerable to a gank, which you guys end up getting ganked. And if any of you guys die or anything here, then yeah, that's the direct cause of just you guys not pushing that minion wave in more.
It seems like all it takes in this game is just one tiny ass mistake.
Yes, and that's what you guys have to that's what most players in higher elos abuse lower elo players, is because these small mistakes. And if you guys can learn how to also identify, at the very least, identify these mistakes, then that's the first step to you guys also improving and applying and not making these mistakes, right? So first things first, we've got to be able to identify these mistakes before we can actually go on to improving it. And just from that is a very good example of that mistake screwing guys in the ass, and right there.
Yeah, and that just put us 4K gold ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
Because one thing I've noticed,
that dragon control as well. Yeah.
And one thing I've noticed though is gold advantage seems to win games.
That's almost always the case, but not always the case.
I have a counterbalance to that. Go look at my Misfortune game. We were down 30 kills and still won.
All right.
I will also agree with that. We had a team that was Absol can vouch for this. He was 42-11, and we still lost.
That's the thing. You can have 100 kills and still lose the game. It's all about the only goal in this entire game is to kill destroy the Nexus, right? It doesn't matter how many kills, deaths, or whatever you have to get to that point. It certainly makes it easier if you have a lot of kills, but the end all be all is the Nexus dies, and that's who wins, right? So that's why this game is more about objectives and leveraging your advantages through those small little things like wave management that we just went over, right?
Once you're full build, you're full build.
Once you're full build, you're full build.
Unless you scale, there's no you're not getting any stronger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And also thinking back to the very beginning, we're talking about the champion. It's like Like, you guys are looking, the blue team especially, you guys should be looking to dominate your lanes, because if you're not, then the red team's just going to run away with team fights over and over again. They're going to keep forcing you into these situations where you're going to take team fights that you don't want to be taking. And that's where you guys be losing a lot, your team fights. So just right there, Kaisa, you guys, now here's the thing I noticed a lot throughout the entire game, is that red team, you guys had advantages. Like, blue team literally just gave you these advantages. But then the game, instead of ending at 25 minutes or 30 minutes, how long was that game? 40 minutes?
We even
41?
commented a few times saying, why did they do this instead of in?
Yeah. Like,
we said that a few
this
times.
game
I've never been good on it.
There should not have been 40 minutes.
Because I remember we're like, we would have just pushed an end, but
yeah,
they went like
this game should have easily just been at the very minimum 30 minutes long. That's it. If not,
I know
earlier.
there was one of our Baron calls. I thought we should have just went in and got
the I did see that one.
Baron instead.
Jumped on Kaisa and killed him.
Okay, we'll talk about that now. Well, actually, in fact, let's talk about that now. Like, let's go ahead more into where all the team fighting and decision making starts happening. Okay, so here comes the first Drake.
Do you not have anything for me in lane?
Top lane?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you're here. Oh, okay.
Yeah, just the Mordekaiser's not here.
Mordekaiser. Okay.
So you wolf harder until you just beat them away with your big wolf stick, and his stab stick just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Congrats, you win game.
Pretty much. Okay, no. As a Nasus, your first big decision in lane is, do I take Q or do I take E first? That's your first big decision. Okay.
Wait, you mean there's situations where you wouldn't start with Q as Nasus?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
if you want level 2 early, right? Against the other champion.
So if there's a champion, for example, that can poke you out really easily, in case you still E first. I mean, not E first, Q first. But in other lane matchups, for example, range matchup, you might want to take E first, just so you can get those extra minions you don't get completely zoned off level 1, because Nasus can get completely zoned off level 1.
Yeah, and that's your only range ability. Yeah.
Exactly. So this is the reason why you might want to sometimes take E first instead of Q.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good call. I usually just take Q no matter what. So that's
no, don't do that. Yeah. Okay, so in this case, Q is fine. It's not really a range matchup. Okay. All right, straight off the bat, boom. First thing, number 1. What's your goal?
Really, I mean, my goal.
Your only goal, like, come on.
I mean, usually it's just using, like, especially level 1. It's using my Q to get those extra stacks. Like, and maybe that's wrong. I don't know. Maybe I should be using it for aggro, but I mean, especially with that like 7-second cooldown, like I feel like getting the stacks in the end game will give me.
Okay. Here's a question for you: do you want to be pushing, or do you want to be letting it push?
Really, my whole goal this game was to freeze at my tower.
Okay, so you want to let it push. You want to let it push, right?
Yes.
Okay, so why did you hit that minion?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right?
Yeah, I should have been letting it push.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think I realized I want to let it push until after a couple waves. Like, until it actually pushed into me.
Right. And that screwed you over, right?
Yeah, so I should be thinking of that, like, before.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And there you go. Mordekaiser gets a bunch of free poke on you just because you're just not letting him just do his thing. Let him push into you. He can't do anything under a tower against you.
Yeah, I should be.
You're level 2, really, not really. And look at that. It just forces you off like that. Boom, boom, boom. Wow, look at that. Woof. And you basically just lost the lane. Just like that. You popped the pot, he hasn't popped his. And you just give away all that. Like, you can farm super effectively under tower.
Right.
Right. And he can't do anything about it even, right? He can't do anything about it either, right? Look at that. He just leaves. He can't do anything about it. And if you're to freeze, he loses XP, he loses gold, and so, right? So you took E second, right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So notice, just back up here a little bit. Here. So like, sure, letting him push in all the way is good, but you don't want anything like this to happen. Okay. This happening is terrible for you because this means that he can, well, if it was later levels, he'll allow you to dive. Right now in the early game, it's not as bad, but I'm just using this as an example. Later on, you don't want this to happen, okay? So this is where your E skill comes in, right? You want to use that to thin out the wave enough so that something like this doesn't happen. Right now, this happening is like whatever, it's like level 1 early game, but later on, you don't want something like this to happen, okay? And maybe if we run ahead a bit here, we can see that. Okay. Okay, again, you're hitting this minions. You're saying you want to, not push. You say it took you a couple waves, right?
Yeah, it takes me.
Figure that out.
I think it takes me back really to figure it out.
Okay.
And I've only played Nasus a couple times, so I'm still getting.
Oh, you list that siege minion too. Okay, here's another thing. Make sure you're looking. Are you looking at your own minions too? And this applies for all the laners here that are watching.
Yes.
Looking at my what? Sorry.
You're looking at your own minions.
What do you mean?
Okay, so
you can use the positioning of your own minions to see when, like,
of my own minions. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said old minions.
Yeah. Of your own minions, you can use your own minions to determine what the enemy's next move is going to be, because their goal is the CS, same as you, is the CS, right? And in which case, you'll know if they're coming up to do what and what not to you, right? So in this case here, right over here.
Wow.
What do you think the Mordekaiser wants?
Push this in.
Alright. Siege minion.
He wants that siege minion, yeah.
Yeah, and where are you standing by?
The siege minion, so he's gonna queue it.
So he's gonna,
yeah.
Right? 2 for 1. Get one, buy one free, right? Buy one, get one free. Right? Easy. So don't do that. Okay? Know your own health of your own minions. Know just study how the minions just fucking fuck each other in each wave, right? And then just see how the enemy is gonna react. If you know that they're gonna come for a minion for sure, especially a siege minion, people give up surprisingly a lot just to go and get a siege minion. You guys can take advantage of that. Bot lane, you guys, if the Tristana wants a siege minion, Alistar, walk up, just fuck her when she tries to get it, right? Same with Kai'Sa. You should know that if the siege minion is about to die and the Tristana really wants it, like Tristana is gonna come and probably get it, right? And if she's gonna walk up, then you know what's gonna happen, right?
You can get a lot of poke then.
Exactly. Same thing mid lane. This is what I'm saying. I'm so surprised. Nothing's happening here. You guys should be poking each other out whenever it is those things are up and running, right? Okay. And also another thing, like Mordekaiser just used her E. Like you should be trading back. As Nasus, he has nothing else. He has Q, and that's about it. But after that, he has nothing else. The only time he should be running away after that is after he gets his passive off and contour stacks as well.
Right.
Like, look at that damage. You just won that trade so hard. You would have won it harder, but yeah. Do you know how long the hook or the grab or whatever his E cooldown is?
It's like 10 seconds or so, right?
Yeah. So what does that mean during those 10 seconds you can do?
Play more aggressive aggro.
Yeah. And what do you do after every single time he uses his E?
Back up.
Yeah. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. So because of the thing we talked about earlier, he has better traits. That's why you're so low, and he gets to do that to you, right?
Right.
You didn't trade back, right? Yeah.
Pause it for just a sec, please. Team Chaos, and I don't know if Tom wants you guys to do this, but I want to see more of what Mordekaiser just did. Did anybody see that? It's
What,
chat.
leaving?
No. I want to see people pinging those down there in the chat.
Oh, the summons? Yeah.
And if you really want to go even further to it,
have timestamps on as well.
have timestamps on, and maybe put it in there and be like, okay, they flashed this time, this is when it should be up.
Yeah, like everyone should be keeping track. Like how I don't know if you guys watch basketball. Everyone has their own hand, right? You should be doing the same thing with their summer spells. Everyone just keep, at least at the very minimum, know what sums that your champion, your enemy, a laner or whatever has up and down. Okay, at the very least. Okay.
Again, after you see a ping, support, especially if you're doing something where you can do this safely, you can just quickly look at the summoner and then in chat type what the time on it'll be up at. Most of the sums are really easy. Like Flash is 5 minutes, teleport is 6. I think Ignite is Ignite 3 now. They keep changing timers on Ignite.
I think it is 3.
Ignite and
All I know is Ignite seems to be stupidly short.
I think Heal and Ignite are the same. Like,
I think that sounds right.
Yeah. Wait, can you hover over it? Oh no, this is a video. This is an actual game. Never mind.
Oh, looks like it's 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes. 180 seconds.
Yeah.
That's right.
What's
Be good.
Heal?
Heal one is 3 minutes. I know. No, wait, 4 minutes. 4. Oh,
I'm pretty sure Teleport is the longest CD spell.
It is. They nerfed it all the time. Fun fact, Teleport has nothing but nerfs throughout its entire life.
Yeah. Wait. What? There was one buff they made to it. I think.
It can't be canceled by certain things now.
Anymore.
Now it has to be like suppression.
No. The only thing that can't cancel it is the player.
No, you can't cancel it yourself.
That was the only thing they've changed on.
That's another nerf, yeah. I would say that's a nerf.
That's a hard nerf. Because you used to get part of the cooldown back. No, there was a buff to it. I just don't remember what.
Remember back in the day when it's only 5 minute cooldown and the channel only took 3 seconds and 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds, something like that. And also you can also cancel it and get half your refund back. Yeah, those were the days.
The days I like top lane.
Yeah, because I know you used to be able to teleport in and cowbell.
So it's because stupid freaking ADC start taking teleport as well. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so effective at getting back. There's a reason why they do that, right? It's because it's so effective to push in a wave and teleport right back, or get an item spike and then come back right away. That's the reason why they did it.
I want to say cowbell definitely gave us the upper hand.
You were freaking toxic with that shit.
Yeah, that's another thing. Just in general, not really in team, but like solo queue or whatever. Like, don't bother typing. If you have enough time to type, you have enough time to figure out shit out. Okay, that's what I was seeing a lot, and that goes to you, Alistar.
I mean, I normally type when I'm like coming back to lane and stuff. When I'm like,
if you have time to type, you have time to do other things.
Yeah,
okay.
No. Especially in
you should not even have time to think. Alright. That's how intensive this game should be, really. And this is the reason why it's such an exhausting game to play sometimes. Alright. Enough of that. Let's go about your guys' team things. Supports. I want to talk about you guys and your warding. And this actually goes about for everyone else too.
Hang on. I have to ask this question before anything else. Why do you take exhaust in Alistair?
I
why
mean,
did you take exhaust in Alistair?
I just mainly like being able to secure and it with the damage reduction.
Like in this team comp, it doesn't make sense. If they had an assassin like Zed or something, maybe.
Only into like a heavy exhaust comp.
Yeah.
Ignite is just 100 times better than exhaust for supports right now.
Yeah.
Better cooldown, better lane pressure.
I mean, like I said, if used right, you can also use it to save your ADC, which is just something I just.
You know what else you could do? You can also kill the enemy. Like that, right?
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the point that primitive small cow brain.
All right.
Well, yeah. Practice Ignite, especially on aggressive people who want to be
especially on aggressive. Yes, you're right. Especially on aggressive champions, even on non-aggressive champions like Janna was.
And I blame my big Leona run for my exhaust.
It's more forgettable on a champion like Janna than it is on Alistair, in my opinion.
All right. So, anyways, so let's talk about dragons now. Obviously, season 10, very big changes. Question, actually, just to see, I'm very curious. Season 9, which dragon do you think was most powerful?
Fire.
Fire. We got fire.
No,
Everyone
Cloud.
else?
It was
Cloud.
Cloud.
Okay. Anyone else?
I mean, Speedwick, Cloud.
It was always Cloud. Cloud had the highest win rate.
Ah, yeah. Okay, this guy knows. All right. So actually, number 1 was Cloud. Anyone surprised by that?
Yeah, actually.
I don't know. Just everyone talks about.
Alright, so the reason why air is so powerful back in season 9 was mainly just because of rotations. You can get, and also backing to lane and coming back earlier.
That and it was tripled out of combat.
Exactly. So that means as you're coming back to lane, you're getting back to lane faster than anyone else, meaning you can pressure the lane faster than anyone else. And also,
especially if you have like Moby boots.
Exactly. And also you guys just rotate so much faster. One objective to another. Let's do dragon. Let's do this what's it called? This tower,
Rift Herald,
and this and then that and then whatever. And if you're running away from an enemy, then they never catch you. Right? They can't kill what they can't catch, right? So there's a reason why air was just so fucking powerful. Now what was second? What do you guys anyone know?
I would guess Mountain Drake for that for that objective.
Anyone else? Ocean? I hear Ocean.
Ocean gave you health and mana regen.
Okay, here's what I'll say. Ocean and Inferno. The reason why is because the reason why I say both is because it depends. Which one comes first? If it was Ocean Drake first, it's actually better than the Air Drake, and if it was Inferno first, it's always better. But Ocean, why in the early game is because Ocean just provided so much resources, health and mana in early games. Basically a mini blue buff to all your champions in lane, and fucking amazing on mages. So early game Ocean definitely is second best. Ocean does become third best after late game, but then Inferno is second, and then the last one would be Mountain. Okay.
I definitely thought it was going to be Mountain for second because of that percentage true damage to objectives.
True, but if you're healthy and you can do shit, all right, then you get objectives anyways. Anyways, let's not talk about season 9 anymore. Let's talk about 10. What do you guys season 10?
First of all, fuck Ocean Drake and all the extra bushes.
But number 1, first dragon. What do you guys think the most powerful dragon in this game right now?
I think it's much more comp dependent now.
No.
I feel like the least impactful would probably be. Wait. I think I'm thinking TFT.
I think Ocean is the least impactful.
Okay.
Because it's only health regen, and that's a big.
Okay. What else? What do you guys think? Anyone else bouncing off questions, opinions?
What's Infernal do again? I'm getting it mixed up with TFT.
Attack damage and ability power.
Percentage.
I think it's fire.
Yeah, it has to be Inferno because it helps the early game.
All right, here's what I think the most powerful dragons are in order. Okay. Ocean, Inferno, or no, not Inferno. Mountain.
Wait, most powerful? You're saying, or
most
least
powerful?
Okay.
Mountain, Inferno.
I'd say wind probably has to be the least impactful
Air.
because all it does is have the certain zones.
Yeah.
No.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about like the map thing.
You're talking about the straight up like
Yes.
It's better.
Yes. Air has ultimate cooldown on it.
Okay. So this is the tier list for dragons right now. Anyone disagree with me? Anyone confused?
Actually, I'm more confused than I think they are.
All right.
I disagree a little bit.
I'm
Wait,
confused
what do you think
on this.
what do you
on
think
this
the order
box.
should be?
So I think when I say it's much more team comp dependent, I think it's much more like if we have a late game and we have tanks, the percentage the percentage armor and damage is nutters.
I feel like it kind of fucks you over in the end because depending on which two dragons come first, the third one's always going to be the same.
Exactly.
And also, wait, when you also having soul makes it entirely different too.
Okay, soul is a completely different topic here, but right now, just in this kind of tier list, just by itself, all right?
I think mountain's better than ocean.
You think mountain's better than ocean?
I think
Yeah.
Inferno is better than Mountain.
Hang on. Give me 1 sec. What does the new ocean do? I haven't played that
It's
much
just
League.
health regen.
Just health regen.
How much though?
Like 2%. It's like 2 to 3%.
2 to 3% of missing.
It also adds more bushes and more honey fruit throughout various areas.
That's something else. That's not the same thing.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
First Drake kill. Is that one Drake?
Well,
What did I say, guys? Now, there's some disagreement between saying if Inferno is better than a Mountain. You're very close, 31.8 to 31.6. I would say it's Mountain over the Inferno, more so, but I would say Mountain over Inferno more so. But they're quite similar. And then the shittiest one is definitely Air.
I think Mountain's better because I think Mountains is better getting it last because of the armor soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because of the build.
But this right here just explains a lot. Just seeing which dragons are the best, and there's a reason why. Okay.
Mountain is percentage armor, right? And MR.
Yeah.
Well, it also the shield from Mountain also goes off percentage.
Okay, we're not talking about cores right now. We're just talking about the souls right now. It's talking about the dragons straight up. So the reason why I'm gonna explain now is the reason why is because Ocean just provides so much sustain. All right, if you out sustain your laner, you don't have to buy pots. They basically have a mini. You basically have a mini pot with you at all times. All right, and that's insane amount of sustain. And you guys can be able to stay in lane longer. You'll be able to do stuff for much longer and better. That's why Ocean is just so powerful right now. And Mountain, the same thing. Sustain. Inferno, sure, it's good because it has straight up damage. It's always going to be good. But it's not going to be as good as Sustain because we are able to control when we want to go for those trades and those fights and whatnot better than this and that and whatever, right? So that's why Ocean is just so powerful right now. It's just because of that all that sustain right now. Okay, and there's a reason why this is the highest win rate. These three dragons are highest win rate when they come one after the other. Now, obviously, if you get 3 Drakes, you're probably very far in the game already, and you're probably gonna win anyways. But just looking at this graph over here, we can tell why it's so powerful. And the reason why Air is just so underpowered is just literally just because like it's cooldown on your ultimate. Like, come on, unless you have good ultimate, it's really not that great. All right, so don't kill yourself to try to get Air Drakes, and definitely always be going for those Ocean, Inferno, and Mountain Drakes, and especially if it's Ocean. Okay, just something to keep in mind. Okay, because the stats are right here; they tell a lot. Okay.
I mean, who's ever gotten far in life paying attention to what numbers stand for?
Right? Yeah.
So I'm going to bring this up about the Drakes, though. Mountain is stronger the more your team builds defenses.
Yeah, pretty much.
So beware of that. I think they've nerfed it since I did this. I checked some numbers on Malphite, and he could get up earlier in the preseason. Could get up to 1,500 armor.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's.
I bet it would probably also be pretty nice. Sejuani.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I want to talk about rewarding for objectives now. Okay, so on the red side, or let's start with blue side. Blue side. If you guys want to ward for an objective right here, for example, dragon, there's very specific places you should be warding in order to secure control of the objective. Now, first things first, where should we be warding? Here. Okay. Actually, let me use a different app here. It's a bit better.
Although you guys have pointed out that one is potentially risky sometimes, and sometimes it's all right to put it down a little bit lower, I believe.
Let's go ahead and take a look. Everyone can see this?
Little duck go.
Yeah.
I respect it.
That's what that app is. We were asking what the fuck what this was, and no one could remember it.
Riftkit?
I used it with them last week. I guess they.
All right. So blue side, where do you want where your wards are? You want it here. You want it here, or actually a little bit down here even, and you also want it here. Okay, that's your 1, 2, 3 support. You got these. All right, that's for your cover. All right, that means you got all this entrance, all this entrance, and all this entrance all covered for you. Meaning they cannot sneak past you unless they go from here or they go from here. In which case you have minions to spot them out for you. Okay, that's why these specific locations are very, 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 very good. Okay, now any other wards that people can help out with are obviously here, Pixel Brush, inside the pit, control ward specifically, and here, the new brush. Okay.
Another thing too about the new brush is if the blast comes there and you can auto it, you need to get rid of it if we're set up for the dragon.
Yes, that too.
Yeah, that got me killed a few times in the first match we did.
Yeah. Okay, so those are
about
the wards.
Those ward spots.
Yeah.
So which ones are best to be pinks?
Oh, pinks. Are control wards. You can
control wards.
Very much tell how long you've been playing just based on that.
Yeah.
Control wards definitely in the pit, in the pixel brush, and right over here. Okay. Now, why do I say right over here? It's because
the deep wards in the river.
Exactly. On blue side, if you have a control ward here, any other stealth ward people place over the wall over here does absolutely jack shit. Okay, and not only that, but you guys can't through this corridor. You guys can't see much into the dragon, and if you guys can't see anything into the dragon, then the red team will not try to go in blind like that, or if they do, then punish them for it.
I mean, I don't know. Small cow brain might be tempted.
Okay. Yeah. So that's blue side. Now let's talk about red side warding. So red side warding is actually even more interesting. We have ward over here. Or ward over here, depending it's ocean or whatever. Infernal. Actually, this changes a lot if it's Infernal as well, and the map changes and whatnot. But in general, based off wardings, just right here, in here, and right over here if you can get it. Otherwise, over here is just fine. Like right here, not in the bush. Yeah, right there.
And to make that a lot easier, you place it through the wall. Correct?
Yeah. Okay, and then while you're doing it, obviously have it in the pit as well, a control ward. Control wards here and here is really good. And then just make sure you get rid of this blast cone as well. Any of those sight plants or whatever you call them, scrying orbs,
scryer blossoms.
Just get rid of them as well. Okay. So that's it really. This pixel brush as well, a control ward. It's very, very powerful. And yeah, that's it.
You wouldn't believe the amount of times people just walk past that bush and just leave a control ward there because they don't.
Right here, yeah. No one ever pays attention to this one.
I was talking about the pixel one in river.
Oh, pixel one.
Surprisingly, that one's like the amount of times I've put a control in there and it's just been walked past because people don't seem to walk into it unless they're trying to team fight there or something like that.
Silver.
Anyways, so I hope you guys got that. Everyone remember, especially the support players. You guys remember those ward spots? Yeah, I'm gonna mark them down one more time. All right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, remember these. All right, I'm gonna put down the other ones, controls right here in the pit. Right here if you're on the blue side. Okay. Remember those. Okay?
I know that if I can only get 2 down, especially if I'm on the red side, I normally try and get the Control Ward and Dragon Pit, the one in the river, and the one in Try.
Yeah.
If I can only put down a few.
Yep. Okay, so make sure that is. Now, when do you guys start setting up the dragon? That's another question.
A minute before?
Minute before. Good answer. Good man. All right. So, minute before, you can see the timer, you can see the hourglass. Minute before, that's when you should be looking. Okay? Now, we'll have something called the 30-second rule, meaning 30 seconds is the minimum time that you can recall and come back in time for the dragon. Meaning, if it's past 30 seconds, don't recall and just stay for the dragon if you're going to take it. Okay?
You got me excited, had me thinking it was an extended 5-second rule.
No. Yeah. Okay. So that's in general. So if you see the clock ticking, you see 35 seconds to the dragon, probably don't back. Probably stay. Like 35, 30, make your call. Depends on how fast you can get back. In general, definitely if it's past 30, don't recall. Just stay for the dragon. Stay for the Baron, or stay for whatever it is you need to stay for. That is on the timer. Okay.
One exception to that.
Yes.
Faster than Light Warwick.
Okay, or faster than Light Warwick, yes. Okay. Depending if you have Mobies, depending if you have Baron recall or whatever, there's definitely exceptions to that. But in general, 30-second rule, okay, for any type of objective. Okay, cool. What is this button? Whoa.
That was actually, I was about to ask you.
That's pretty sick.
Because I saw they had alcoves. I didn't know if they could change the map based on.
Damn. Okay, that changes everything.
I also want to point out that I'm so much happier about my ward score this game. Like I
actually had a lot of pink wards, but
I finished that with it was either 134.
This changes everything, dude.
I got called out for not having pink wards, so I made sure to buy a shit ton every back.
Just buy one every back at minimum.
Shame works.
Mm-hmm.
I buy one a back.
I know pink wards. Shame.
As support, you should have 2 on you after.
As support, you should always have 2 on you. Yeah. Whenever objective is up, always have 2 on you.
And I would say the same for jungle.
Yes.
Yeah,
When the objective is up, yes. All right.
I would argue anytime a jungler leaves.
Yeah, because he's always roaming, so might as well.
Okay. General wards for the laners I want to talk about. Mid lane, do these wards over here. This one. Depending which side you want. If you're on blue side, you want to do this one.
Generally, you want to do this on the side your jungler's on.
So, also, quick question in response to that, because you're supposed to do that in order to make sure the enemy jungle doesn't go around that terrain. Yeah. To go where you place that to make sure they don't go around that side and get
do not. I'm going to repeat this. Do not put your wards in here. Please don't do it. As a mid laner, it makes me cry when I see wards in here. Please don't do it. It's terrible.
Sometimes it's
doublers. I got to teach you guys how to gank properly, so that if the enemy laner is stupid enough to put wards in here, how to fuck with them. All right.
Every mid laner in silver.
And bronze. I see a lot of that in bronze.
That even happens in the gold. Don't feel bad.
Okay.
But like I was saying,
don't feel bad. It happens in diamond as well. Don't feel bad.
With those pixel brushes warded, how as a
jungler, you can't do anything. That's it.
Yeah, it just cucks you. It's like, get fucked, kid.
Understand. So stay speed Warwick and ult from inhibitor to secure gank.
Yes.
Play Zac and just jump from.
Alright, anyways, so we got that cleared. Okay, so mid laner on the other side, red side, again, same thing, pixel brushes here, wards here and here. Okay, cool, awesome. If you can, up to here and up to here. There's a reason why Scuttle's over here and here. These are very important words. Top laner, you can also help with this. Jungler, you can also help with this. And this. Supports, you can also help with this one over here. Okay, supports, you can roam up when your ADC backs for a control word right here to help out your mid laner. Cool? Cool. Your mid laner will love you. Alright? Awesome. Same with you, top lane. Right here. Okay?
Enemy support, I will hate you.
Now, top lane. Wards. obviously over here is great, but make sure you have it all the way. If you have time, all the way on this side of the brush. Not here, here.
Yeah.
Okay? Cool? Awesome.
If possible, show them the blue board. Blue buff.
What do you mean? Oh, this one here?
Yes, a little farther, but yes.
Yeah. Okay, so wards over here. There's a reason why people like to ward, or not most people, but there's a reason why a lot of players ward here. And if you guys played back in season 6, there was a jungle monster. We could smite it. Or was it season 6? I don't even know.
Yeah.
But like you smite it, and then there's like a fucking thing over here. There's a reason why it was over there, and why it's such an important spot is because this ward right here is so powerful. Look at how many different ways they can spot a jungler. Boom, 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 boom.
Alright,
boom.
Move up a little bit after that.
Okay. Move left.
The one right over the wall. I think you would know it. The
This one?
No, other side. Other side of the wall. Other side of that wall, though.
This wall.
Yeah, other side on your left hand, right there. Thank you.
This one is if you have no time, then
If
just
you
pop
have,
one.
or you're like you're not sure if the jungler's there and you want safe, you can just
Yeah.
throw one over there.
Yeah, and you can place it through the middle of the wall as well.
Same thing happens on the other side. Okay.
Yes.
On the red buffs, right here is all good. Right here. Okay, because no one ever walks in this, so you can pop a control word in there. All right, cool, awesome. Glad we got that straightened out. So now we guys know everything about warding as well, right? Awesome, cool. Jungle, bath, and ganks. Not both junglers are here, right?
No, where's Roz?
Ross said he was going to get food and then never came back, and then Neptune just disconnected.
No, Neptune wrote in chat. He said he didn't want to disturb you guys.
I'm pretty sure the spaghetti monster got Roz. So
Neptune's just too polite to cut in the middle of you guys talking.
It's 2019. He can't afford to offend anyone.
2020.
It's Jarvan here.
Okay, Calvary. Gonna reiterate that.
Yes, I am here.
Okay, let's talk about ganks.
Oh,
I hope it's not too much information. I'm talking a lot right now.
No.
All right, let's talk about ganks. Okay. All right, ganking. Very, very, very cool thing you can do as a jungler, right? Very unique to you, right? Yeah.
Really? Roaming?
Let's talk about it. All right, bot lane ganks. If you're on blue side, what can you do as a Jarvan in the bot lane to get ganks off? Well, if you're on the blue side as Jarvan, I know you're red side right now, but if you're on the blue side as Jarvan and you wanted to gank the bot lane, how would you do it? Well, would you walk through this bush and then gank, or what? What would you do?
I know the answer.
What's your gank path like?
Shouldn't both of those areas be warded?
Exactly.
Yeah, do
but
I
what
know
does your
what's
gank
warded?
path look like? What kind of options do you have?
I can go to try, or go to try. I can take the long route. If I'm Jarvan, I can go over. Yeah, it depends. Like, are they pushed like under their tower? Like, in
let's say they're pushed up in a position where you can gank. So
in that case, you could come from Krugs and just flagpole over that big wall.
Flagpole over here.
Yeah,
okay.
go through the wall.
Cool. Now
Depending
let me show you a Jarvan. I guess Jarvan specific. Not really. A Jarvan gank. This only works on level 6 though. By the way. Okay. Something that most Jarvans don't do, but is very effective. It depends. Okay. Here's a gank path that you can do. Boop.
Oh yeah, and you don't take tower. And then,
Yeah. Okay. Or just straight up like this, even.
Yeah.
Okay. From here, using the blast cone. All right. Most Jarvans don't do that. Do that level 6. The reason I say do that level 6 because once you use your flag and drag, you have nothing else but your
and then you
ulti. Okay. All right. Cool. Alcove ganks are very popular right now. Try to use it more, especially when your laners are pushed up. Okay.
I still despise the fact that there's now 3 bushes bot lane.
Exactly. Okay. Now here's another thing: as ganking as a Jarvan or ganking with any jungler who has a gap closer. Okay. if you can gank as with a champion that can gap close, if you can walk up to them without using your gap closer. What I'm trying to say is
use it as a secure, not an engage.
Exactly. Don't use it as an engage tool. Use it as a tool to actually gap close when they run away. Right? Don't use it to engage. And this is what I see all the time: is people start off with their engage, the Rek'Sai or Jarvan or as Diana or whatever. That. If you have the opportunity to just come up to them and just start hitting them, you don't have to use it. Now, obviously, if you have to use it, then use it. But like, if you have the choice to whether use it or not use it, you rather not use it and then just walk up to them and then just start hitting them. And then as they try to leave with their escape tool, then you can gap close to kill them, right?
Okay.
The only one that doesn't apply for is Nocturne.
Yeah. Well, even then, actually, it would still apply. If you can walk up. Okay. All right. So that's that for bot lane. On the other side, if you're on red side now, how would you gank instead? Well, you actually have a lot of options here. In fact, you can walk. Obviously, the usual one is just like that, or the lane. But you can also do this, going through the try. Or if the try is warded, here's an even cheekier one. You go around here, jump over here. The mid laner, pay attention. You can use this too. Mid laner, you go down here, blast cone over to here, and then they will not spot you. If they put a ward here, they will not spot you. As long as you hug this wall, they will not spot you until you get to literally right here.
And then by then it's too late.
All right. So if they put a ward here, you guys, mid laner and jungler, if you guys do this, blast cone over, right, and then just hug this wall right here, boom. They don't see you until you're literally right here, and they're fucked. They're dead. That's it. Done. No. If you don't
gets headbutted away by an alley Calvary.
If you don't get at least a flash out of them, I don't know what you're doing, because this is the most effective gank there is. Okay.
So what if we haven't seen the jungler in a while? Like, would you still take that path and risk the jungler being in there?
No, you would not risk a jungler in there. The only reason you take that path is you know where.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. In which case, also as a mid laner, if you're roaming, always roam on the side of your jungler. Okay. Don't roam.
Yeah, because with my luck, I'd blast cone over, and there'd be like, I don't know, a 30-1 like Kindred or some shit, murdering crows.
So don't do that. Okay. Anyways, that's the bot lane. All right, mid lane. Now it gets interesting. You have so many options. Okay. Let's talk about blue side first. Okay. Now, obviously, the ganks, I like to say it's like, it's pretty even over here, right? The lanes are like here and here. You can make the blue side ganks very, very interesting. This goes for anyone else who wants to roam to mid lane to do a gank as well, not just the jungler. Okay. Obviously, on blue side, you guys can gank through these bushes, and this is why mid laners like to ward these bushes. But why gank through these bushes if you know the mid laners like to ward through these bushes? Why not go around over here? It just takes you an extra few seconds, but you get to have a more advantage of cutting them off, and also get better gank self like that. So rather go like this, around through the back. Now, going around through the back, now there is a very specific way to do this. Okay? Because most mid laners like to ward over here, okay? As a jungler, what you can do is you can walk like this, hug this wall, walk through this bush, hugging this wall, and now this ward, any ward in here, will not see you at all. You would be completely hidden. And then you gank. That's it. You can literally just wait here, wait for the enemy to fuck up and use some spells or whatever, and then you go. And then you fuck them up. Right? Applies the same way on this other side. Coming around through here, hugging that wall, this wall right here, going around, and gank. Okay? Same thing on the opposite side. Going like this, walking around, gank. Coming through like this, hugging that wall, going around, gank. Sound cool?
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously, if something like going through here is faster, and like you're gonna get a kill, and you're like Warwick, you're super fast and whatnot, just go in through here, the shortest path, obviously. Right? Cool. Now, here's another couple other mid lane gank situations you could do as a Jarvan. Let's say the enemy is red side and they're, sort of stuck on their tower right here. Or maybe they're not stuck on the tower and they're maybe over here. As a Jarvan, well, you can go over here, flag and drag over, and fuck them. Flag and drag over if they're over here, and fuck them. Right?
As long as it's not an Annie, that'd be kind of illegal.
Exactly. In which case, you gotta make sure they don't have stun before you get your ass over that wall, right? Make sure your mid laners, you communicate with mid laners like, hey, let's try to bait his stun out so that I can come and gank, stuff like that, right? So on the other side, same thing. On the Raptor, boom, right here, destroy. If you play Zac over here,
I was gonna say
here,
the Zac path mainly.
Yeah, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. So these ganks are very, very powerful as well. These diagonal, no one ever expect these ones, especially even in Diamond. No one ever expect these ones. These ones are very, very, very rare because no one ever fucking does them. Okay. All right, and I 100% guarantee you're gonna get so many more ganks off just doing that than anything like this. Okay, because that's just stupid and bad. All right, cool. Now we'll move on to top lane. Very standard. Obviously, most people just walk in and just do that. But if you are a special little jungler, you can, if you're on blue side, if you're ganking the red side, so you're on blue side. If you're on blue side and you are ganking, what you can do is you can, instead of going like that, or even hugging this wall and doing that, because hugging this wall will not do shit if there's a ward over there. Instead, what you can do is you can hop over this wall or just go around like this, depending on which champion you are. Hop over this wall, come over here, wait here, assess the situation in the lane, and wait for your cooldowns to come back up, and then just walk in and just fuck them.
To follow up on that, for the record, at least Repel can repel to the plant over there.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware.
Yeah. Okay. So that's that. Other way to gank on the other side, if you're on red side. Of course, this path is the most popular, but of course, if this is warded, then that's bad. So what you do instead is you walk up to here, you go over here, you block them over, and then you gank. Okay? Or same as bot lane, you can jump over this wall and then gank. Okay?
Okay.
Cool. Now, I'm just gonna make sure you know this, but like jumping over this wall is good and all. You just gotta make sure that you gotta know that you don't have your flag and drag after this. Okay?
Yeah.
So make sure you can actually kill them without your flag and drag after this. Alright? And usually do this to really fuck someone over when you know they don't have flash. Okay? Or they just use their escape ability and whatnot. Okay? Or they're super immobile. Cool. Now, before you gank, before any gank, you always ask your laner. Sums, right? Sums. I should be hearing that all the time. Your laner should be hearing it all the time too. Okay? Cool. That's it for jungle ganking paths. Maybe I'll get into. I think I should call it now. I was gonna get into jungle when timing the ganks as well, but
I'll call that for another day. It's a lot for them to take in. You've been at it. You've been at this for almost 2 hours. I woke up at 10:25.
I was so ready to just say everything, but
baby
steps. That's it for now. You guys have a lot to consume and process and just digest. Before I end off, I do want to assign some homework, I guess. And things to focus on. Okay.
That's good.
Wait.
Are you getting off?
Who are you speaking to?
Adrian.
Yes. Is everyone still here? Don't get off just yet. I want to give you guys some assignments and goals to focus on. Okay.
I think he has a question after this. Just
okay. Cool.
Go
That's
ahead.
fine. All right. So for all laners, not supports, all laners, I want you to get into a custom game, practice tool or whatever. Practice hitting the minions only if you're autos, and only at the very last second. Okay? Meaning no hitting the minions to get them low. Only hitting the minions to last hit. That's it. Okay? I want you to do that up until 10 minutes. Every single day. Okay? Once a day. Just once a day. It's 10 minutes of your life. Okay? 10 minutes of your life. And that's
Wait,
it.
can you repeat that? Sorry.
Get into practice tool. Using only your autos. Okay? Don't buy items. Using only your autos. Only last hit minions. Meaning don't use autos to get the minions low. Only use autos to kill the minion. Last hit only. This applies to all laners. Okay.
Okay. And
what else?
Put in a bot or no?
No, nothing.
Okay.
It's harder than you think. All right. And really study how the minions are hitting each other. All right. So that's all laners. That's your only assignment. Okay. Things to focus on as laners. Observe in your next games, like ranked game, normal game, whatever. Observe how the enemy moves towards their CS and how you can punish them for coming up for their CS. Okay. That's it. All right, junglers. Use the new gang path I talked about. So that's the ones in mid lane, bot lane, and top lane. That's it. Okay. And also, as an assignment, do the same thing as the laners would do. Instead of CSing, do your jungle path. Watch a video of how your specific champion does the jungle path. Try to match that time of a pro player or a high elo player. Okay.
Okay.
That's it. Supports. Just study the ward placements around the map. Okay. And during games, really focus on getting those timers down. So 30 seconds, 1 minute before a dragon, go ahead and start warding, start clearing those wards, and really getting those wards down as fast as possible, and focusing on where the ward placements are and seeing how effective they are, and changing up the strategy and this and that and whatnot. Okay. That's the only thing. Okay. That's it. Everyone can leave now. Goodbye. Questions or that too? Yeah.
GG's.
Those are fun games, guys.
That was a fucking intense, like 9-hour VOD session.
Well, we all know now that Order is the superior Crag team.
Technically, we were 1-1. So
yeah, we're 1-1.
I mean, as much as I would love to.
If you guys want a summary about it, I would say blue team. You guys had a lot of opportunities to just completely crush this game, especially since the enemy jungler was not too great. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Thanks.
And also it's Nasus. Like, come on, early game, guys, just sweep them, right? End this shit in 20 minutes. You could have done
I kinda have a question.
Okay.
Kinda.
Yes.
Like when I'm playing support, I usually find myself like trying to help the my team dying. Like I don't know when to actually like help.
Don't sacrifice yourself. How about this? Just don't sacrifice yourself from now on. Okay.
Especially when I'm playing a champion like Lulu. I'm going in with that mentality that I have to go save them.
Don't sacrifice yourself. How about that?
If you think going in there to save someone is ending up with you or both of you dying, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Yeah.
Unless you can like throw yourself at enemy, kill yourself. Only then if the guy who you're saving has 1,000 gold bounty or something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't do it.
Yeah. General rule: if you're gonna get killed too for saving that guy, you probably shouldn't do it.
Because I noticed that happened this game. Like someone would get caught by Alistair. I would go in to help him, and we would just all die.
And then you both die. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
seen that
happened a few times when I went to help Cassiopeia.
Because that's just free gold that you're giving to the enemy, right? Oh look, a free Lulu. Might as well get this on the way.
Yeah, just because I wanted to go ulti, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. All right. General rule: try not to die more. That's it. Okay. How many deaths did you have this game? Let's see.
I had 6, but on average, like if you look at my KDA, on average I round about 3 to 4 when I.
Yeah. Let's keep it down below 3. How about that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so back to my summary. Blue team, yeah, you could have swept this game easily, early game. Red team, what the fuck? You have so much advantages that the blue team gave you. You guys should have ended this so much earlier. Should have been a grueling 41-minute round. Okay.
I think that's my fault as a shot caller. I feel like I'm a little too timid. I really don't feel confident.
If anyone wants to stay, there's like this one moment here that I want to talk about, or a couple moments I want to talk about, where Mordekaiser could have done so much more, where you guys could have done so much more.
I think I know what you're talking about.
The last fight, I think.
Where Ward could have.
Hurry up, you got 15 minutes. I'm sleepy.
There was one push that was really good by the red team, but then you guys just fucked it up.
Is that when he TP'd in behind us?
Last one before.
Oh, right here. I found it. Okay. Right here. Right here. So you guys won a huge fight over here. Alright? Huge fight over here. Alright? Cool. So right now it's a 4v5. However else you cut it, there's no Vi, right? And Mordekaiser is top lane, right? As the red team, what do you guys do here? Push this tower. Push this power through this tower. Yes, that's what you should be doing. Now the entire time I was screaming at myself internally. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Why are you guys backing? I know this Mordekaiser top lane, but
no,
five of you right here.
Someone had called for Baron, I believe.
No. There's 5 of you here. There's 3 of them. 1 person at the tower. Like there's only realistic. There's 2 people can stop you.
This is me. My call. The reason
push was into the inhib.
Yeah, you're right. It's the right.
At least
I made the wrong call, but I'm telling you, I made this call to be safe and not to lose inhib, and to not.
Mordekaiser will not outpush 5 people. No matter how you slice it.
Hey, on the upside, we are making sure that when the shot caller does call something, that we do go.
I agree.
Are you guys playing with a shot caller, or are you guys playing with a team sort of mindset? Because I hate the shot caller mindset. Only one person being able to do shot calling is terrible.
Right now we're playing with the shot caller, but I'm always open to. I don't like, if you think it's the wrong call and.
Shot calling,
have the entire
having a shot, okay, there's benefits and there's advantages and disadvantages to both setup, but I generally don't like having a shot calling team comp or team communication style if, for example, some shot caller makes calls like this.
Yeah, but this is just a bad shot call. This isn't shot call.
No, this is a very, very obvious bad shot call. Not even
I agree with you. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm not trying to defend it. I'm telling you my reasoning. I'm saying why it was wrong. But I'm telling you why I did it.
Yeah. So, you're not doing enough risk. That's another thing, right?
Yeah, and the other time, what was the other time? Fucking, let's go Baron, take a risk, and then it blew up in my face. And I was like,
I see. So this is why this is why I don't like having one kind of guy. It should be a team game. There's a team game for a reason. The only time I like a shot calling style is if there's one person who's obviously much better at macro than everyone else. Okay. So that's the only time I agree with a shot caller model. Okay. In this case, in most of these teams I ever coached before, most cases it's not a good idea to have a shot calling model. In fact, most of the teams in pro play don't have a shot calling model. Most of them just have a team based one where more people, the chromatic one basically. The more people who agree to one shot call, they go for that. The majority rule. There's 5 people. There's always gonna be majority rule. Okay.
Yep.
So that's the one I go for. Better.
Mock checks. Okay. You should put some of those mock check videos.
Yeah. I will talk about that next time about communication in a team. But in general, this was the terrible call. This should have been inhib right here. And at most, the Mordekaiser could have gotten this tower and maybe half of this, or even just that. Or even worse is you could have baited the Mordekaiser, because most people in low elo will do this. You could have baited the Mordekaiser to force him to back to save this inhib, which he's not going to save for sure. Okay, so all 5 of you, I was like ripping my hair out. I was like, this should have ended by now. Like, this could have been the game last nail in the coffin right here for the blue team, but you just gave it away.
I was actually yelling at Mordekaiser to keep pushing because I knew that they weren't pressuring as hard as they should have been.
Exactly. So you should have told the Mordekaiser, push. Right?
I said they're not responding to you. There's still 3 here. Just keep.
Exactly. Right, and then as they were backing off here, you should have been like, we're gonna stop the backs, we're gonna stop their backs, and that's what you guys should have been doing. But no, you guys weren't, because Nasus went back. I mean, and then this is what prolonged games, right?
In my defense, I was the only one at that tower the entire time.
So yeah. Anyways, so that was one of the bigger, obvious flaws I saw throughout this game. And then I guess where's the Baron?
I think I said it right here. I think it was right here. I said, "Fuck it, let's do the Baron."
Was it right here?
No, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. There was one point.
Which one of these icons is the Baron icon?
The one that's only on there
twice.
One.
I see.
Yeah.
We got the Baron and then we all died.
Yeah. Spicy.
So here's where I have something to talk about with the ADC here. I have a word with the ADC, the Kai'Sa here. I have the word with her.
Here, this was it. This is the call right here.
Here. Okay.
Go Baron.
So no. You know what? This is not a bad call. Okay? This is actually a really good call.
Well, we didn't push in. We didn't.
Here's the problem.
Look at our positioning. I say
this is the problem right here.
I'm screaming in comms.
Yeah.
Focus Baron. Focus Baron.
Focus Baron. Focus Baron. Look who decides not to focus Baron. Nasus, hi. Hi, Nasus. What are you doing? You're going to do so well zoning them, right?
I push into the pit.
And right here. Kaisa. Where the fuck are you going?
Throwing us under the bus.
Where the fuck are you going? Go into your team. You have an Alistar, a literal fucking wall in front of you. Why are you running that way? Right?
And not to mention the 3 fences.
Exactly. Stay with your team. Look at that. You've been useless this entire fight. Okay? You were the most powerful person based next to Oriana in that fight.
And we
guess where Oriana was? Oriana was doing the right thing in the pit, pushing out as much damage as possible.
You guys should have punished me really hard for jumping into the pit like that.
But you just left her.
See, this is what I mean. Like, I made a ballsy call and it didn't
work. The call was fine. It's just the team just was not, you guys hesitated. That's it. You guys hesitated.
And to be fair, he did say focus and stay in pit, and then 2 of you just kind of broke off.
And then we have, right here, Jarvan and, who's that? Nasus. Jarvan, why did you go back in? Save the Baron buff at the very least. Right? Save the Baron buff. Let your team die. Don't go back in. Fuck them. Right? Save the Baron buff.
You don't need a team to win.
Yeah, like, damn.
Then 1v9
That should have been a
In all
loop in
honesty,
the
if
hip.
Cakes hadn't gone the way he had chose to go, I would have definitely not have flashed and tried to get
Yeah, Kaisa definitely shouldn't have went that way. Kaisa, go into your team. Okay? Alright, next Baron. Like, this was fine. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but...
I don't know, we didn't tower dive?
Yeah.
We took it.
Okay.
We thought you guys were gonna take the inhib there.
Yeah, I thought you guys were gonna take an inhib too. What the fuck?
We were like thinking.
Yeah, that was another time when there was a call made for Baron. I had said something about inhib, but they decided on Baron.
Okay.
And I saw Cass up in a few.
Okay. In fact,
again, timid.
Okay. Alright. Yeah.
But we end with the Baron. We just reset and then we end it.
You guys should have took that inhib.
Yo, peep my vision score, the dough. Ooh.
Same. Yeah. Like I said, I end with score.
I mean, we use that Baron and we force a fight and we end.
Wait, can we show the Mord outplay?
That's what you should have done. What time is it? That's what you should have done 10 minutes.
Yeah, you're right.
Can we show the Mord outplay where he ulted me and I just EQ'd over the wall and he couldn't get me?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I saw that little I saw the little blue orb just dash over.
Okay, so over here, like,
our plan was to. You want to know what was happening in comms? I said,
what?
Let Nasus get prio, pull someone away, and then we get a fight. And then
pretty much.
And then this beautiful happens where.
We should have right here, Mr.
Oh, this was so good.
Right here.
No, wait.
Oh. Remember what we said before? Who has the better team fight?
We do.
They do.
Right?
Red team.
Red team. Best team fight ever. If you have a team fight in comp, where do you think the best place to be having a team fight is? Choke points, yes. Okay, so blue team, why the fuck did you go and chase them through that choke point? No!
We should have backed off when Cassiopeia
should have backed off, yes. Yes. Look at this. Look at this. This is Oriana wet dream right here. Look at that.
So good.
Dude, that
Look
was
at
so
that.
clean. I'm not gonna
All
lie.
right, same shit happened right here. Same shit happened.
I didn't see this in game. That was so clean.
Same shit right here. Same shit right here. Same shit happened right over here. Okay.
Look at that J4 ult. I fucked it up.
Right here. So you guys basically almost got that thing, but then you guys decided to go back into a choke point.
Look at the telegraphing this.
Look at this. Right here. Team fight again. You guys all dead. No.
That was magical.
I was the only one who wasn't in there.
Yeah. Let your Mordekaiser do his job, split pushing. And you guys should be doing your job, forcing in objective. If you guys can't congest an objective, push the lane instead, right? And instead, you just lost a shit ton of fucking people. Like, yeah, like, no. That's not it, Chief. You know.
I even after like towards the end of the game, I even said that my positioning was off the entire game.
So, anyways, yeah, if you're facing against a very team fight control type of team.
We were also playing champions or me and RADC were playing champions.
Yes, but think about the team fight potential. Which team has the better team fight? All right, it's definitely them. And if they get that sweet Jarvan ulti into Orianna ulti into Alistar WQ or whatever, you're fucked. That's it. Right? What do you guys got? You guys got a Vi.
The AoE on a cow fisting is really
you guys got a Vi engage with a Lulu ultimate with a Cassiopeia stun for the disengage. Right? You never use Cassiopeia stun as an engage, by the way. And then you have the Mordekaiser solo. Like, you guys have so much pick potential. Right? And that's what you should be looking for the entire time. Instead of all these fights that went nowhere. Besides putting you guys back more and more and more. There's a reason why their team got a lot more objectives than you guys, I think.
So even at this point in the game, I'm not too terribly mad about the loss because I mean we were only.
But anyways, that's just stuff to keep in mind for now. Macro's still very important. I think macro's more important than anything else, literally. But we'll talk about that later. We got to get the fundamentals down first before we talk about macro. Okay, and the fundamentals I was talking about is just the laning, the ward placements, the ganking paths. That's the fundamentals. Macro can come later. Okay. All right, that's it for now.
I think something too. I don't know if you're opposed to this, but I think maybe having on top of the CS thing, maybe having bot lane kind of do like a 2v2 scenario for the level 2.
You guys could do that too. I still think fundamentals should be there first before we start doing that. Yeah, with the CSing first. But yeah, if you guys can grab the other team and just do laning against, so mid laners against mid laner, top laner against top laner, bot lane against bot lane. If you guys can do that, that'd be great. Alright, you guys hop into a custom game. Alright, just 2 bot laners versus 2 bot laners, and 1 mid laner versus another mid laner.